All right, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install extended ARP wheel studs for your 1999 to 04 New Edge Mustang. I don't see a lot of videos out there on this. There are some forums of people doing it, but I'm gonna make a descriptive video showing you guys what you need and how you're gonna be able to do it. So obviously what you're gonna do first is you're gonna jack up your car on this bottom pinch weld right there and take your wheel off. When you're installing extended studs on your car, you need to have an open face lug nut in some cases, not in all cases, but in this case for me, I do. So what I did was I got my sanding wheel and I sanded down the tops of these lug nuts. I only have 4. The 5th one was stripped out. It stripped out on me, and I really just don't want to use this one again. So I'm gonna have to go to the store and get another one. But I'm gonna prime these and paint them black, and so they can look a little more decent than that. Those kind of look really ratty and gross, but I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna show you guys the process of installing the actual wheel studs themselves and what you need. All right, get your little ratchet kit and get a 3/8 with the 12 mil. And start by taking your caliper off. Just this top bolt right here and that bottom bolt right there. Now that I actually see it, I could use some brake pads soon. They're not terrible, but could use them soon. So I'm just gonna put those aside. Now you gotta take off the caliper bracket. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 16 mil? No, 18. All right, so the correct size is 19 millimeter. If you don't have one in 3/8, you can use a 1/2 inch. So 19 millimeter, just this top bolt this bottom bolt right here, and another one right here. All right, so the inside of this rotor is a little trashed, and I'm not really too sure on why, but it's not in good shape. So I might have to replace my front rotors and my front brake pads. So I'll probably do that eventually, just not right now. And if not, I'll just have to pad slap it because I'm spending way too much money on parts right now, and it's not really my main concern. But let's get to the actual studs themselves. So I actually already have 2 installed. I was trying to do like a little test trial way of installing them. So this one's installed and this one's installed. And I have to do 3 more. And I'll show you guys how to get them out. And literally, I mean, all you have to do is probably spray a little bit of PB Blaster in there, or even not even do that. Just get a hammer and just have fun and just freaking whack the end of this until they pop out. So all I ended up doing was just whacking these studs out with the hammer. Pretty easy. They came out no problem. And next thing you're gonna need is a stud installer tool. This is the part number right here. I'm pretty sure it's 22800 wheel stud installer. Looks just like that. And the next thing you're gonna need obviously is your extended studs. And another thing you're gonna need is a 39, let's see if we can see that, 39/64 hardened drill bit. I'm pretty sure this is a carbide, like wound with steel or something like that, and you need to drill out these holes just a little bit larger and as straight as possible before you put the new wheel studs in. So make sure when you put this on a drill, you just be perfectly straight, and or else you're gonna have like really crooked studs, and that's not what you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna show you how to actually install the studs themselves. Also, another thing, make sure you use WD-40 on the bit and on this little hole right here so you don't wear out the bit or just the metal grabs or just does something stupid. So make sure you spray just a little bit of WD-40. Oh, not over there, just like on the circle. So make sure you do that first. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to buy a new drill bit. This drill bit is not working. It's going in, but it's not drilling all the way. And I think the bit at the end is like, see that? It like warped on me. And it's like not cutting through the metal. So that's a really cheap bit. That sucks. Well, it's not cheap. It was actually expensive, but it works like it was cheap. So that actually kind of sucks. It was going good, and then it just like stopped, and it just got too hot. And I made sure that I cooled it down with the WD-40 enough. So I'm glad I'm showing you guys this in the video because, you know, just in case, so you know, in the future, I'm gonna go to Home Depot or Lowe's and pick up another bit, and hopefully that works, because that one was absolute garbage. So don't buy that bit. yeah, I guess I'll be back then. Okay, so I ended up putting all the wheel studs in on this side because I wanted to see how they turn out, and then I'll put them in on the other side next. I just wanted to tell you guys the experience I had. So the drill bit that I told you to get, don't get it. The reason why is because now one of the studs has a lot of play. It's in there and it's not going to back out, but I'm afraid that this will start spinning inside the hub itself if the lug nut ever gets like hung up on anything. So on the forum I looked at and on the instruction manual that this told me to do, it said to use that drill bit to drill out the stud holes because the diameter of these is just ever so slightly bigger than stock. And it's a press fit, so that's why it says to drill it out just a hair, because these are ever so slightly bigger. But I did not find that the case, obviously. That is the exact same size drill bit they told me to use, and it's just ever slightly too big for the stud itself. So that kind of sucks, but I'm gonna have to do something about this. I was thinking about grinding the back of it down just a hair and then putting a couple tack welds on it, so just in case I need to take it out, I can just shave it down a little bit and then hammer it out. I don't want to replace the whole hub itself because it's really rusty, and then I'd have to go through like the speed sensor and press it back in, and it'll just be a nightmare. So I really just don't want to do that. For right now, I'm going to leave it, and then I'm going to probably like tack weld it or something in the future, just so it stays in place. But yeah, so what I actually had luck with was keeping the holes the same size and just using the using the wheel stud installer without drilling the holes, and it goes on perfectly. Like, I just used my impact to sock it up. These are really high strength wheel studs, so you're not going to strip them. So I just impacted it on and kept feeling it every once in a while to see if it was all the way to the back part of the hub, and that ended up working for me. As you can see, they're all flush in there. So yeah, that ended up working for me. So don't drill it out if you have these wheel studs right here. Do not drill it out. So just letting everyone know ahead of time before anyone makes really big mistakes. So yeah, I'm gonna get to doing the other side, and I'm gonna show you guys what exactly you're supposed to be doing. So I hit all the studs out. Now what you're gonna do is get your actual stud, put it in the hole, and I got one hand here, so bear with me. Just slide your wheel stud installer on top. It doesn't supposed to screw on or anything, you just throw it on top. Then all you got to do is put your lug nut on until it's flush with the bottom part of the wheel stud installer, and then you can go ahead and grab your impact gun. See if I can hold the camera right here for you guys as I do this, and then impact it in. Alright, when you feel it start to do that backing out part, then that means that it is all the way in. And you stop impacting it, pull your wheel stud installer off, and now it is installed and it is fully flush on there, and it's perfectly straight because of the wheel stud installer, and you should be good to go. So I'm going to do it to the rest of them and talk to you guys in a second. All right, so all the studs are put in and I think they look amazing. Make sure, by the way, when you do this, I forgot to say, or I probably did say, but I'm going to say it again. Don't be afraid to spray as much WD-40 as you need on the studs themselves and on like the little holes where the studs go, because these came out great. This side I had zero problems with. Just sprayed a lot of WD-40, put the wheel stud installer on and impacted them in, and they went in smoothly. The other side was just a bit of more of a pain because I was looking at forums and stuff like that, and I guess I kind of myth busted them that that's not really exactly what you have to do, because this came out perfect. So on that note, I would like to thank everyone for watching, and to stay tuned. I'm going to be doing some other how-to videos if any of you guys are curious. I'm also going to be finishing the video of me taking apart the front suspension on my car and also doing the rear suspension. So yeah, I'm just going to be buttoning up a couple more things on my car, but I just like to wrap this video up here. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace out. See you later.